Cinema as you know it is changing. What you see now didn't cost millions of dollars or require a team of hundreds. The barrier between what you imagine and what you see on the screen has been destroyed. Seedance 2 is not just another AI tool. It's your new visual effects studio, it's your cinematographer and costume designer, all in one single place. I transformed one simple photo of myself in this post-apocalyptic protagonist. No cameras, zero makeup, pure visual consistency, keeping every detail of the costume and the scenario that I designed. In this video, let's look behind the scenes, opening hood of the Seedance 2, and reveal how I built it. In this 60-second film from prompt to final rendering, I'll teach you how to control the AI, not the other way around. To master the next frontier of filmmaking, stop watching and start creating your own videos. I'll show you the step-by-step right now. The AI I used to make the videos was Higgsfield. And in it I have Nano, Banana Pro, and Seedance 2. So basically, let's go here to the images area. I have already finished getting my initial base images created, and right now I'm just use my actual original photo as a reference, a photo taken with a smartphone and with a simple prompt saying it's a scavenger in a post-apocalyptic setting. I described all the clothes and the style of the photography. It's important that it is a full body shot with all the features, and I kept shaping this character using my image until it looked like this. So basically, once you have the script ready with your story and your characters, you create them individually, and we're going to play with them and make the animations inside Seedance 2. Once I've defined the character, the objects, in my case, a man, the motorcycle, the worm, and the setting, now it's important for you to define that these images, these objects should be visible from different angles. But why is that? Because AI needs to fully understand all the characteristics of the people and objects you're putting into the scene inside it, so that when it generates these images come with consistent details. So basically you should do this. So one specific prompt that I actually used was this one. I specified that I wanted this image of the motorcycle to be generated in various positions. In this case, it generated with 4 different angles, right? Same thing with the man. I just did it for testing since it was a unique character, and I put my original photo from Seedance to generate it as original as possible, as close to my face as possible. It turned out quite consistent. In this case, I used a photo generated by AI, and I didn't use my original photo, so the character's consistency here wasn't as strong, but I generated it just to give you an example and show you how I requested it in this case. So I asked for the same face, same clothes, same character from different angles. So that's basically it. And in this case, I created some scenes. And to give the AI a detailed reference for a specific atmospheric scenario. In case, in the video itself, I only used this single photo. And I also took advantage of it. This photo, so just these 2 photos, they served as a reference for creating that video whole, taking this picture of the scenery, which is important, of course. However, and I also needed this image here of the character's armor. So basically it was my face and the characters, the images of the characters from different angles, and the scenario and the reference action images. From there, let's move on to the animation. Here in the animation setting of the animation, I did here all the scenes I needed with simple prompts. Most of the of the prompts that I needed here to generate these animations were quite simple. I didn't need to reference, just put on the images, formally requesting to clearly identify exactly who each element was. In this case, only because they're ready-made, simple. But later on in the last videos, I needed to do this so there would be better consistency, better. So in this case, here I asked for the man to be riding the motorcycle, for the man to be stopped in the desert, and for him to look at the bracelet. In this case, in the first prompt, he gazed down at the bracelet, but when the camera shifts its angle, two bracelets appear. I didn't lose the video completely because I can use the angles to better fill out the final video, so I can make use of parts that didn't come out correctly. So in this case, I just needed to include this specific detail here, where he looks at the bracelet on his left arm. Then everything finally clicked into place and it did it exactly the way it was supposed to. What I had requested in the next video, I needed to, let's analyze the screenshot. So my face is the one right here, and it did it very consistently. It actually turned out very similar to my original face. And I just needed to add the elements, this frame. So it used this frame because I specifically talk about the actual worm in this prompt. So the only photo that has the worm is this particular frame right here. So it definitely used this frame at some point to make the animation. So I would say that the giant worm chases the man, and then the worm goes back into the sand and disappears, and then the man is left. The man runs away from it to the motorcycle, relieved and sighs. And that's exactly what happens. This scene turned out perfect with the prompt. It followed all the parts. Notice that in this prompt I didn't include. It's a detail that I'll add in the next one, which is the following. I always like to end my prompts with no music and satisfying ASMR sounds, because most of the time the AI, since the AI now actually have sound fully enabled, they themselves manually add a custom soundtrack. So I don't recommend adding a soundtrack, because usually this is done in post-production with other guys that generate sounds like Suno and so on. So I'll add that kind of information at the end. The scene ends without music, SMR sound. So as you can see, it is right here in this prompt, and in this specific case I really wanted that if there was an explosion, and that he would throw the man up in the air. But as I put it, I didn't put it exactly that way. Agreement. The prompt respects the agreement. So since it wasn't in the correct agreement, he ended up doing what I suggested and not what I wanted to happen. So the sand explodes and the man is thrown up along with the motorcycle. But that wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't my initial intention. But that's what happened, and it turned out to be a really good scene, an action scene, even with slow motion effects and all that, and it turned out really well. So for the very next video, I was planning to create a chase scene. So in this specific instance, you can see that I was using this frame here. While the worm was already present within the image, here I manually added the worm as a separate element. The tiny little worm is alone in that very specific image we generated of the solitary worm. And the frame of the man on the motorcycle is this one here. And I always put the man by himself, my original face, and the man on the motorcycle. Or you don't even need to put it, because he will, since there's a background, it will generate another image. but I wanted to take advantage of the frame, so I said it was an epic scene, cinematic, in the big monster chasing the man on the motorcycle at high speed, and that's what happens. Except he stops the motorcycle because he used the initial frame, but the scene turned out really well because I already set it as an action scene in motion. The monster behind him, and he is running away. So I have already added right here this particular option without music, an ASMR sound. ASMR. It is ASMR. In this case, in the following scenario, this was the very first scene I had originally envisioned in my head. It would be the monster suddenly emerging from the sand and hitting the man, throwing him up in the air, which would be this action scene is shown there in the video of the man transforming with that armor, the motorcycle transforming into the man's armor. But since it's a very big scene, there are a lot of events. I split it into 2 parts, and then initially this happens, so the physics here didn't really make much sense because the monster, well, it explodes the sand, it emerges from within the sand, and it does not actually strike the man in a precise manner. It's a bit close, so this scene ended up not making much sense. So I tried again with the same prompt. So let's analyze the prompt. In this case, the scene already starts to unfold the right way for this particular man. The motorcycle is stopped. Then the man looks around. Then it goes like this. The camera moves to show him from a distance. And that's exactly what the camera does. When the giant monster bursts out of the ground and throws him into the air, that's exactly what happens. He and the motorcycle get separated. That also happens. And they are thrown into the sky. Then the camera, with an aerial view, shows the man and the motorcycle being thrown into the sky, which was that distant shot, while the monster emerges from the ground in a cloud of dust. Meanwhile, in slow motion, the camera focuses on the man in the air, pressing the button on his bracelet in a close-up, while he's being thrown into the air, and the scene ends, and that's it. That's precisely what happens. So it was a scene with numerous different variables. I could have made a 15-second video, but there would be too many variables to control, and a single variable could ruin the whole video. So since I didn't want to take that risk, since it's very important to make as few mistakes as possible with AI, since the generations aren't cheap, they always consume credits and we end up a bit limited making mistakes because of that. So it's important to make fewer mistakes, as few as possible. In this case, and in all previous cases, I didn't need to add image references to who I was referring to, using the @ sign and referencing each image. In this case, since there were variables, a lot of variables, I had to do that. So here is what I actually did. I paused the video, took a high quality picture of this specific frame right here, and then manually inserted it into the sequence. And one of the significant challenges with Citizen 2 is that you need to carefully verify if the photo is suitable and eligible to animate. Because of those specific processes, all those problems at the launch of Seedance 2. So that's why I needed to generate several frames to see if it would accept any of them. And then it accepted these 2, so I used them. So in this specific case of this video, I already put the frame here. Let's go. I already indicate here that the frame is the initial one. I arrive. I added this photograph taken from the video itself, from the silence. And I come here and set it as a start frame, which is a start frame. So this specific frame actually it's basically where the scene will start from, and the AI understands that. But to be honest, I got myself quite a bit more confused Yeah, I actually got a little confused with the AI, and I ended up letting it understand that the armor and the man would be different things. And that's what it did here. It started mixing things up, and I put in too much information. I said they were falling towards the monster's mouth. Then I said that he dodges the monster's mouth. And that made it a bit harder for AI to understand. So in the next one, I already corrected a bit of what happens. I put in fewer details. There were just so many intricate details to consider, and I kept constantly refining and adjusting the whole path, the chronological order of events. So in this case, it already started from the start frame in the right way. And then I made it clear that the man is one and that the armor belongs to the man. Not that they are different things. So I said that the motorcycle starts to come apart and begins to merge with the man's body. And then I tagged my image there so it would understand that the man was me transforming into a technological armor. And then I kept making these references. And for this armor, I reference in this image of the armor, and that way I kept following the order of events. So then I think that after I corrected this path at first, it understood and created a wonderful scene. Including this specific part right here is also as well, like it is clearly understood that the man slowly falls in a strikingly heroic pose. And right now the armor completely and fully closes up the helmet. And then the camera focuses on a plasma cannon that forms on his arm, and it did exactly that, forming from the bracelet. So it turned out really well. It was an excellent result, and pretty much done on the first try. And when I wrote the prompt correctly, so the very last scene of the movie did not actually require such a high level of details or any references, just detailing that the camera at a low angle, filming the man arriving at the motorcycle, putting on his accessories and leaving. The detail that's worth highlighting is always the consistency of the face. It's very similar to my original face, and it turned out better than just by utilizing the image of the character that was previously created with AI with the Nano Banana Pro. So it's interesting to reinforce the original image so that AI maintains this consistency, this perfection of details. And it did all of that. I asked for it to put on the mask, the protective face shield, and the pair of safety glasses, and to carefully remove them from the pocket exactly as it did. And the camera stays still and the man leaves exactly how it ends. So that's it, basically. You can clearly see the incredible potential of Seedance to see what the vast possibilities are, which are truly endless. And I hope it keeps getting better and better, and easier and easier. I want you to comment here what you thought of the video, if you liked it. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment what you want to see in the next videos and what you want to learn with me. So I'll see you in the next video. Big hug. See you later.